Blue roses at midnight rest upon the windowsill. Moonlight spills across the room, and everything is still. The city hums beyond the glass in shades of gold and gray, while distant headlights paint the dark before they fade away. I wrap my hands around a cup of coffee gone lukewarm, listening to the quiet rain outside the storm. Then your message lights my phone like a star across the sea. A simple "How are you tonight?" means more than it should to me. The clock keeps moving slowly, but my heart is taking flight, following every little word you send into the night. Blue roses at midnight, blooming in the dark. Every thought of you becomes a tiny, shining spark. Blue roses at midnight, soft as velvet skies, growing in the secret garden hidden behind my eyes. The rain keeps tapping rhythms against the window pane like brushes on a snare drum, repeating your name again. The moon peeks through the clouds, then disappears from sight like a shy and silver dancer moving through the night. I imagine distant places where we could walk someday, beside rivers full of moonlight at the close of day. Until then, I'll keep these moments little cafe by the square was closing for the night. Coffee cups and quiet laughter faded with the light. The evening air was cool and sweet. The boulevard was blue. I thought I knew what loneliness was before I ran into you. The barista flipped the open sign. The last guest drifted home. But somehow in that fading hour, I didn't feel alone. A gentle breeze through maple trees moved softly through the town, and every worry on my mind was slowly settling down. The moon was rising higher above the rooftops old, turning every window pane into silver and gold. Coffee, moonlight, and you, that's all the night required. Three simple things together that set my heart on fire. Coffee, moonlight, and you, like a perfect jazz tune. Everything felt beautiful beneath the lazy moon. We wandered down the riverside without a destination, talking about forgotten dreams and future celebrations. The water held the city lights like diamonds drifting free, and every story that you shared painted new colors in me. The distant boat moved quietly across the midnight tide, while the stars above seemed closer with happened on that quiet avenue when the moonlight met the coffee and my heart discovered you. Coffee, moonlight, and you. Still dancing in my soul, like the final note of a love song, making broken pieces whole. Coffee, moonlight, and you. A memory shining through. And if I had one wish tonight, I'd spend forever here with you. Coffee, moonlight, and you. Coffee, moonlight, and you. The coffee has grown cold. The moon is still. The evening slipped into the room through curtains made of gold, bringing whispers from the city and stories yet untold. A candle flickered on the table beside a cup of tea, while distant jazz from down the street drifted quietly to me. I watched the moon above the rooftops, painting silver on the sky. Then I saw your reflection as you gently walked by. Smiled, and for a moment the whole world seemed to sway, like a melody was waiting for the words we couldn't say. The stars were shining softly, like diamonds in the blue. Was slowly leading to you, dancing with the moonlight, turning circles in my mind, like a sweet and gentle rhythm, too beautiful to leave behind. Dancing with the moonlight, with your every moment felt divine. The boulevard was glowing in shades of amber and pearl. 1,000 tiny lights reflected across the sleeping world. We wandered by the riverside, beneath the summer air, talking about forever. Every color seemed inspired by the simple sight of you. Time moved like a slow jazz record, spinning smooth and low, and neither one of us had anywhere else to go. Dancing with the moonlight, turning circles in my mind, like a sweet and gentle rhythm, too beautiful to leave behind. Dancing with the moonlight, with your hand holding mine. Every heartbeat found its melody, every moment felt divine. Maybe love is just a moment that decides to stay, a quiet spark that finds your heart and softly lights the way. Maybe all the roads behind us, every chance and every view, we're leading through the moonlight to a night that started with you. Dancing with the moonlight, like a dream that came alive, turning ordinary hours into memories that survive. Dancing with the moonlight, underneath the starry blue. And if this night could last forever, I'd spend forever here with you. Dancing with the moonlight, dancing with the moonlight. The moon is still dancing, and so is my heart with you. The evening slipped into the room through curtains made of gold, bringing whispers from the city and stories yet untold. A candle flickered on the table beside a cup of tea, while distant jazz from down the street. The city wears a coat of gold beyond the balcony. Street lights sparkle far below, like stars upon the sea. A summer breeze drifts through the night, softly through my hair, carrying distant melodies from somewhere in the air. beneath the moonlit sky. You smile and all the noise below fades into the blue, as if the whole world paused a while just to welcome you. The evening feels enchanted, like a dream becoming true. Every star above the city seems to shine for me and you. Starlight on the balcony, dancing on your face, turning ordinary moments into timeless little days. Starlight on the balcony, floating through the air like a beautiful jazz melody only our hearts can hear. The moon hangs over rooftops like a pearl upon the night, while windows glow like lanterns in the distance shining bright. We talk about tomorrow and memories long gone, the kind of conversations you wish could carry on. The breeze keeps moving gently like a rhythm soft and slow, keeping perfect time with us as the hours come and go. 1,000 lights below us paint reflections in your eyes, and everyone feels brighter than the stars across the sky. The night keeps unfolding like pages from a song, and every note it gives us makes me wanna stay longer. Starlight on the balcony, dancing on your face, turning ordinary moments into timeless little days. Starlight on the balcony, floating through the air like a beautiful jazz melody only our hearts can hear. Maybe love is simply this: a rooftop and a view, a quiet night, a gentle smile, and a sky painted blue. No fireworks, no grand parade, no need for anything new, just the moonlight, the music, and a little time with you. Starlight on the balcony, still shining in my soul like the final note of a slow jazz tune, making scattered pieces whole. Starlight on the balcony, under heaven's velvet hue, every moon hung low on Cherry Street, like a lantern made of gold, shining through the summer leaves and stories left untold. The cafes were closing one by one, their windows glowing warm, while a distant train beyond the hills sang its midnight song. I wandered through the quiet air without a plan in mind. Then I saw you by the corner light and left the world behind. You smiled and all the city noise seemed farther than before, like every crowded avenue had opened up the door. The night was moving softly, like a slow and gentle tide, and every beat within my chest was impossible to hide. Moon over Cherry Street, shining on your face, turning ordinary moments into scenes of timeless grace. Moon over Cherry Street, glowing silver bright, you became my favorite memory in the middle of the night. The breeze carried the scent of rain from gardens down the lane, and every little passing cloud softened the moon again. We talked about the lives we'd lived, the roads that brought us here, the victories and heartaches collected through the years. The stars above the rooftops seemed closer than before, like they were leaning down to hear what we were wishing for. A lonely saxophone somewhere was simply leading to this place to find a heart like home. And if tomorrow finds us on different roads somehow, I'll still remember how the moonlight rested on you now. Because some nights are more than moments, they're chapters that remain, like melodies returning again and again. Moon over Cherry Street, still shining in my soul, like the final note of a love song, making broken pieces whole. Moon over Cherry Street, brighter than the stars above. Every beam of silver moonlight carries echoes of our love. Moon over Cherry Street, moon over Cherry Street. The moon still shines on Cherry Street tonight. The river carried silver light beneath the moonlit sky. The city glowed beyond the trees as evening wandered by. I heard the water softly move along the quiet shore, like it was telling stories no one had heard before. I came without a destination, just following the breeze. Then I saw you standing there among the willow trees. The night seemed to hold its breath the moment our eyes met, like a page waiting patiently for words not written yet. The stars above were shining like lanterns in the blue, and every road I'd ever taken somehow led to you. Whispers by the riverside, floating through the air, turning simple moments into memories we share. Whispers by the riverside, soft as summer rain. Every word you gave to me still echoes once again. The moon reflected on the waves in lines of silver gold, and every dream you spoke about felt beautiful and bold. We talked about forgotten songs and places yet unseen, about the little miracles that happen in The time slowed down beside the water, underneath the sky. There was music in the silence between your hand and mine, like a melody discovering its perfect final line. Whispers by the riverside, floating through the air, turning simple moments into memories we share. Whispers by the riverside, soft as summer rain. Every word you gave to me still echoes once again. Maybe love arrives so gently we hardly notice when, like moonlight crossed in water or a breeze among the stems. Maybe every lonely evening, every wish upon a star was guiding us together from wherever we were. Whispers by the riverside, still dancing in my heart, like a song that keeps on playing even when we're far apart. Whispers by the riverside, brighter than the stars above. Every ripple on the water carries echoes of our love. Whispers by the riverside, whispers by the riverside. The river keeps on flowing, but the memory remains. Champagne skies above the town glow softly after dark. Golden colors fade to blue as evening leaves its mark. The rooftop lights are twinkling like stars that lost their way, floating through the summer air at the end of day. I came here for the quiet, for a little time alone. Then your smile found me somehow, and suddenly I was home. The breeze carried distant laughter from somewhere down below, and every little light around us seemed warmer in its glow. The moon was rising slowly above the city view, one day to see, and all the hidden corners where our hearts could wander free. The stars appear between the clouds like diamonds in the blue, and every wish I made that night somehow led to you. Time moved like a slow dance, graceful, warm and true, the kind of night that leaves a trace in everything you do. The city kept on breathing, far beyond our sight, but all that really mattered was this beautiful night. Champagne skies and moonlit eyes shining through the night, turning little sparks of hope into rivers made of light. Champagne skies and moonlit eyes, like a sweet refrain, a melody I'll carry with me again and again. Maybe some hearts meet by chance, or maybe by design, like constellations finding shapes across the endless sky. Whatever brought us here tonight, one thing I know is true: this rooftop full of moonlight feels brighter because of you. Champagne skies and moonlit eyes, still dancing in my soul, like the final chord of a love song, making broken pieces whole. Champagne skies and moonlit eyes under stars above. Every golden light reminds me of the night we fell in love. Champagne skies and moonlit eyes, champagne skies and moonlit eyes. Under champagne skies, I'm still dreaming of you tonight. The evening poured its amber glow across the cafe floor. A familiar jazz tune lingered by the half-closed wooden door. Outside, the city drifted by in rivers made of light, while I sat with a cup of coffee and watched the falling night. The air was warm with cinnamon and echoes of old songs. Then you walked in smiling softly, like you'd been there all along. A quiet kind of magic settled gently in the room, like the first star of the evening appearing through the blue. The moon climbed over rooftops above the avenue, and every little thing around me started feeling new. At the Velvet Sky Cafe, where the midnight colors sway, you turned an ordinary evening into something that would stay. At the Velvet Sky Cafe, beneath the moon's soft ray, I found a little piece of love that carried my heart away. We talked about forgotten books and places near the sea, about little dreams we carried and who we hoped to be. The waiter stacked the empty chairs, the lights were growing low, but neither one of us was ready to stand up and go. Outside, the rain began to fall in gentle silver lines, and every drop upon the glass seemed perfectly in time. The saxophone kept singing from somewhere in the room, wrapping every word we shared in a velvet kind of bloom. The stars beyond the clouds were hidden out of sight, yet somehow all the heavens felt closer that night. At the Velvet Sky Cafe, where the midnight colors sway, you turned an ordinary evening into something that would stay. At the Velvet Sky Cafe, beneath the moon's soft ray, I found a little piece of love that carried my heart away. Some moments don't arrive with thunder or fireworks above. Sometimes they come with coffee cups and the quiet start of love. A glance across a tiny table, a smile that feels like home, a simple night that somehow says you'll never walk alone. At the Velvet Sky Cafe, the memory remains like moonlight dancing on the river after summer rain. At the Velvet Sky Cafe, I still hear the music play, and if I close my eyes tonight, I'm right back there again. Midnight settled on the avenue like velvet on the air. Streetlights drew their golden lines while shadows wandered there. The coffee shop was almost closed. A few lights still remained. The scent of roasted memories hung softly in the rain. I sat beside the window pane, watching headlights drift away. Then you stepped through the doorway and changed the shape of my day. A quiet smile, a gentle wave, nothing grand or new. Yet somehow all the music in the room leaned into you. The city kept on dreaming beyond the foggy glass, while something beautiful between us was beginning to surpass. Midnight coffee serenade, playing low and sweet, like a melody that found its way to every heartbeat. Midnight coffee serenade, floating through the blue. Every note the evening played seemed to lead me back to you. The barista stacked the empty cups and dimmed the corner light, but neither one of us was ready to say goodbye tonight. You told me of the ocean and the towns you've never seen, of sunsets over distant hills and places in between. Outside the rain kept falling, and rhythm soft and slow, like brushes dancing on a snare in a late-night jazz tableau. The moon appeared between the clouds above the sleeping town, and silver painted every rooftop as silence settled down. The hours felt weightless, like leaves upon a stream, the kind of night that lingers long after it's a dream. Midnight coffee serenade, playing low and sweet, like a melody that found its way to every heartbeat. Midnight coffee serenade, floating through the blue. Every note the evening played seemed to lead me back to you. Some nights disappear by morning like footprints in the sand, but some become forever with the touch of someone's hand. Maybe that's the reason this memory feels so true. A simple cup of coffee and a quiet night with you. Midnight coffee serenade still echoes in my soul, like the final note of a love song, making scattered pieces whole. Midnight coffee serenade underneath the moonlit hue. And every time I hear that tune, it brings me back to you. Midnight coffee serenade. Midnight coffee serenade. The coffee's gone, the song remains, and so